Hey, yo, what up, Fight Words? Your boy Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. Terence Crawford has now been upgraded to the unified champion. Now, being that Sebastian Fundora has been stripped.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
So Terence Crawford is the unified champion, WBO and the WBA champion. Stay tuned. This is something that we're going to be talking about. So, it looks like Sebastian Fundora has made an agreement with Errol Spence to face Errol Spence. And he has been stripped of his belt. So, which means that put Terence Crawford as the unified champion. Being that Sebastian Fundora was stripped of his belt. And been stripped of his belt. So him and Errol Spence are supposed to be fighting, I think, in November. Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence. So Terence Crawford has been upgraded to the unified champion, being that Sebastian Fundora was stripped. And I guess Turk Al-Sheikh was trying to make the fight with Canelo and Terence Crawford, but Canelo was not, interested in that fight with Terence Crawford, and he was asking for too much money. Turk Al-Sheikh basically exposed Canelo Alvarez. He was saying that Canelo turned down the payday that he was asking for, the $150 million, and he turned down the David Benavidez fight as well. So a lot of people saying that, they pretty much kind of mad at Turk Al-Sheikh for, I don't know why. He just exposing all the fake people in boxing that don't want to make the fight. They were saying like Canelo Alvarez and so forth. And they were saying that about Tank. That Tank turned down the fight or what have you. But I still think that Charlo can still somehow in the mix creep back up into this whole mist of 154, because he was stripped of his belts, but he can get them all back. Being that Crawford don't have a next opponent, Charlo can get that fight with Terence Crawford, being that him and Terence Crawford already had that beef between each other. And I guess Turk Al-Sheikh said he wanted to make that fight with Virgil Ortiz, and Terence Crawford can face Virgil Ortiz, or he can face Jamel Charlo. And Tim Tszyu got a fight. Tim Tszyu was supposed to be fighting Virgil Ortiz, and somehow that fight didn't manifest itself. And Errol Spence got a fight with Sebastian Fundora. So, and Sebastian Fundora still has the WBC belt, and Charlo can still make his way into the midst of all of that to be, to throw that monkey wrench and stopping Crawford becoming a 3-time undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. If he gonna come back like he said he was, he's back, and he don't mind facing Errol Spence. His partner, being that Derek James don't train Errol Spence anymore. So, that fight can basically happen. But I think with the Terence Crawford and the winner out of this Virgil Ortiz fight that's coming up this weekend, or the winner out of Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence fight could happen, that somehow Errol Spence and Terence Crawford can have a rematch at 154 pounds like they was planning to do, being that Terence Crawford just beat Israel Madrimov. A lot of people saying that Israel Madrimov beat Terence Crawford and it could have been a draw. They were saying that, to beat the champion, you got to either dominate the champion or knock out the champion. And Terence Crawford didn't do either or. It's just, Madrimov was, he just posed a difficult fight that night with the herky-jerky and all the, head feints that he was doing and throwing Terence Crawford off and really couldn't find his rhythm. I just think that fight should get made between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence eventually, if Errol Spence was to get past Sebastian Fundora, which I don't see that happen. I just see that Sebastian Fundora just going to use his height, his reach, his range, and control the real estate, buy up all the land, and not let Errol Spence move on it. And it's just a tall mountain to climb, a tall glass of water to drink. I feel as though at that weight class, Sebastian Fundora, he got a built-in selfie stick. He a cheat code. Like, for that weight class, he got the height. He not the, Sebastian Fundora. That name is just, I just think he's just too tall, too big, too long for those guys. I just think he should be fighting at a higher weight class, in my opinion. But Terence Crawford can still become. It's crazy because you got a lot of people that's been campaigning at 154 pounds, haven't even got a shot at these titles. Like, you had Tony Harrison that had a shot at the titles at Charlo, but Erickson Lubin. It's a lot of good fighters at 154 pounds. I just feel like that's just being overlooked, and I don't think it should go that way, because I think Erickson Lubin and Terence Crawford will be a great fight, and we just forgetting about Erickson Lubin, or you got Brian Mendoza, and you still got Charlo. These are some tough fights that can still get made, and that can pose a lot of threat, a lot of upset. I think Turk Al-Sheikh got to look into that and see about making these fights happen. Not with just going with the big names, but going with some of these fighters that's been campaigning at 154 pounds, that's he willing to put Terence Crawford in the ring with. And I'm pretty sure Terence, if the money is right, he gonna take the fight. So y'all let me know what y'all think, all right, about Terence Crawford being upgraded to the unified champion, being that Sebastian Fundora has been stripped of his belt. All right, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One love, one life. I'm out. Peace.